So the person complaining of sleep didn't have any physical ailments, didn't have any environmental issues. It was all psychological. That's how seamless works. Looking at, bless you, looking at just one of these areas. The structure of the program.
But this improved her entire quality of her. In addition to this,
Yeah.
it improved her whole quality of
The
life.
entire quality of life. And feeling better about herself.
Yes, intrinsically.
Which is what it's all about.
Yes.
And again, I can say that I've discovered something brand new that nobody's ever heard of. That's not the point. The point is to take things that we already know and implement them so we do them. So what is it? Seamless is a holistic system. And this is the part that I love about the system. Every individual element is a solution factor for all of the others. You're stressed, meditate. You want to get more sleep, meditate. You want to drink more water, exercise. You want to lose weight, exercise and drink more water. All of these are helping every single one of the other ones. Structured for those that need a structure, but completely flexible. With us telling you that you need to be active, I'm not telling you how to be active. I'm not telling you to go and exercise and this is your particular workout that you need to do at this particular time. You can decide with exercising, for instance, being active. You can swim, you can bike, you can run, you can do yoga, you can walk with your dog outside, you can go work out. You decide whatever works for you. You can do it on vacation. You can do it because the schedule changed and now you have to stay home. If you're injured, you can still be active. There is no limiting factor. Limiting factor is usually a psychological because we have an idea of this is the way that we need to do things. And we never step outside of it and look. There are many ways to do things. It's step one in the recalibration process. My life purpose coaching practice is called Recalibrate Your Life. Okay? So the things that you see in terms of live your essence. That's my motto. And the full motto is recalibrate your life to live your essence. So it's the first step in the recalibration process. And it's designed because it is a holistic system to nourish your body, your mind, and your spirit. That's what seamless is. So what do you get? And by what do you get, I mean the people who actually follow the program, the people who go to workshops or, do all these things.
Essential life.
Yes. You get amazing results. But wait, there's more. So you have a system that's designed to work for you. And it's specific to work for you because you're the one that's applying it. Through diagnosis, self-diagnosis, which is one of the elements that people usually forget. How do you know if you're not getting enough sleep? People think, well, I'm getting enough sleep.
You're falling asleep at the wheel.
Well, that's an obvious one. Right? What are some of the less obvious? Some people, when they're not getting enough sleep, they're very hyper. And they think, I'm getting a ton of energy.
Gotta get coffee.
Well, that's one of the bad reasons why people are hyper. And they're up and down. And then you get more coffee and then you're down.
And sugar.
And then you have 5-hour energy. Because coffee is not good enough. I love it. There's so much meat to this country that I came here at the age of 14. I love the United States. It's so fun. Anything that you can imagine you can do here. A 5-hour energy that's replacing coffee. Is it the healthiest thing for you? Well, of course not. But we're all buying it because we're supporting breast cancer. I love advertising. There's so many ways that we can do all these things. It's perfect. So, self-diagnosis.
You can walk for breast cancer.
Right, that's true. But it's not as
It
sexy.
helps a lot.
It's not as sexy, and the advertising is not paying for that.
So they make you think.
Yes. You get, you get the structure. You get motivation, because some people need motivation. Me, I needed motivation. when I found out that 1 out of every 5 auto accidents are caused by sleepy people, that was a motivating factor for me. When I mentioned that to my wife, she could care less. But for me, that was a motivating factor of me saying, okay, I need to get enough sleep. Not just because I don't want to be drowsy, but I want to make sure that I'm avoiding everybody else who's drowsy.
You have to be awake to watch out for them.
Exactly. So for me, that was a motivating factor. We're all different. We're wired different. So different things work for different people. And flexibility. Any program that I design has to be flexible. It has to be practical, has to be applicable by anybody, and it has to be flexible. So it's flexible. What you're also getting, if you come to workshops or do any of these things, is you're getting over 1,200. It's actually 1,211, but we keep adding to it. So by the time you take a workshop, if you decide to, it could be 1,300 or more. Some people call them life hacks, some people call them tools, some people call them practical advices. I learned one today when I was gargling. It's very hard to gargle while you're coughing. So I learned, something intuitively told me that before you gargle, you make sure that you flex your stomach muscles. And when you flex your stomach muscles, when you're doing this, it kind of restricts the flow. So you're not taking as deep of a breath, whatever it is. But I could gargle only if my stomach muscles were flexed. So I just invented a life hack for gargling. Okay?
7-pack.
But these are very specific to the seamless method. So you have life hacks for sleeping and working through your particular environment, right? Because all of us are different. So sleeping, eating, drinking, all of these things. So over 1,200 hacks. Close to a dozen ways of fitting all 8 into your life. Because the usual excuse that I hear from people is saying, oh, these are great, I know I need to do all 8, but there's really no way that I can fit them into my life every day. I'm just too busy. And that's not true. That's simply not true, because it works for everybody that actually wants to make it work. But we give you close to a dozen ways that are very specific that will help you implement those into your daily life, no matter how busy you are. And I'll give you some examples of those ways.